अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह परब्रह्मणे नमः सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. We are starting. Can you hear me? I need to do something here. Oh, forgot it totally. Hear me now? I'm not able to hear anybody here. What's happening? Hold on. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Well, right? You can hear me well.
Yes. Yes. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Great. Let me share and start the class. Um, where is this more point? Now I'm going to. So we're going to do the seventh chapter according to Ramanuja.org, and here and there we will use Vedanta Deshika's um, Tatparya Chandrika. So the verse we were doing is 7.8. Rasohamapsu kanteya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayoho. Just a second. Rasohamapsu kanteya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayoho Pranavah Sarvavedeshu Shabdah Khe Paurusham Drishu. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna that he is everything. In the last shloka, Mattah Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya, I think that was the verse. Let me check. What was the verse? I forgot, but we'll figure that out. So Ramanuja Bhashya goes like this: Ete sarve vilakshanaha bhavaha mattaye utpannaha. All these different things, entities, concepts, attributes, materials, all of them came from me only. Matta eva utpannaha, machesha bhutaha. They are subservient to me. Macharirataya, mai eva avastitaha. They are my body and they live right here. Mai eva avastitaha. They live in me. They exist in me. Ataha tat prakaraha hameva avastitaha. So in these modes, qualify these modes, I myself exist in different form or in all these forms.
Voice is cracking. Voice is
The
cracking.
voice is, hold on a second. Is it any better? Are you hearing me better now?
Static.
Still some disturbances
Okay.
is there.
Disturbance. I don't know
Static.
why I have any disturbance.
In the voice.
Hold on a second. Be able to change something. Just a second. Just a second. Sometimes they're on. Maybe I'll check my Wi-Fi. Things are, my computer is moving very slow for some reason. See, my Wi-Fi seems to be okay. I don't know why.
No, Krishna, please ask others also. Maybe I have my only phone I have. I don't have a computer.
Okay, other people can hear me well.
You sound okay right now, but it was breaking up before.
Okay, hopefully just some
Now it's breaking up a
temporary,
little bit. It's
yeah,
intermittent.
maybe temporary static or something. Now I think it should be okay. Um, so I myself exist as all these modes. Uh, that's a guiding point of Ramanuja Bhashya here. Let's go further. How it goes. So when Krishna says, "I am rasa" or "I am the taste," he's not saying he just has the quality of taste like water does. He's saying, "I am the ultimate reality that is qualified by taste through the medium of water, which is my body." So water is the body. Water is God's body, and um, he is the ultimate truth behind taste. So any of these words like taste, light, strength, um, in this context, don't point only to the earthly quality or a substance. Instead, they point all the way up to Paramatman, who is making it happen. He is the ultimate owner and sustainer of all these qualities and substances, which exist as his integral parts or modes. They are not exclusive designator, nishkarshaka shabda. That means, what do you call, rasa is said to be the distinguishing characteristics of water. Up is water, and its unique quality is rasa or taste. So thing is, that is not the way it is used here. The rasa is used as directly Paramatma. Rasa denotes Paramatma because rasa cannot exist without Paramatma, and rasa is controlled by Paramatma. Rasa exists only for Paramatma. All these points are discussed in Ramanuja Bhashya. So in Vishishtadvaita system, the elements inherit qualities. For example, uh, see in the Vedas, see these go back to the Vedas because Vedas have got its own, they have a separate creation theory. So the thing is, um, see the first one it says, Asmat Atmana Akasha Sambhutaha. So Atma or Brahman, from there Akasha came. Akashat Vayuhu. From Akasha came Vayu or air. Vayo Agnihi. From Agni came from Vayu. Agni is like energy, fire. Agnerapaha. From Agni came water. Adhyah Prithvi. From water came earth. So Akasha has a sound as it's determining characteristic. So, but Vayu, which is a product of Akasha, has sound and touch. Akasha is termed in English as either or different space, either or something like that. But that is how the yogis realized creation. So all these creation aspects are from the views of the Vedas or yogis. So Vayu, which is a product, has sound and touch. Agni, which is a product of Vayu, has sound, touch, and form. And water has all the four previous qualities. Earth has all the five qualities. But here, for water, only taste is mentioned. Water has other qualities also, but taste is the distinguishing quality or the new dominant quality. That is why it's mentioned in that way. Aham apsurasaha, that means I am the rasa or the essence in the waters. Shashi Suryayoho, I am also the light of the sun and moon. That's what Krishna is saying. So I am the brightness. Sarva Vedeshu Pranavaha. That means I am the Pranava or the Omkara of all the Vedas. Shabdah K. So I am this Shabdah K. I am the sound in the ether. Nrishu, Paurushu. In the Jivas, I am the creative power. Prithivyam cha Punyo Gandha. The odor in earth, that is the fragrance, is me. Vibhavasau Tejashta Asmi. Vibhavasau means Agni. I am the power, that is burning power in the fire. Sarvabhuteshu Jivanam. I am the breath for all beings. Tapasvichu Tapasvasmi. I am the penance in the ascetics. Partha, that is Arjuna. Sarvabhutanam Sanatanam Bijam Mam Vidhi. Know me as the primeval seed for the creation of every being. Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi. I am the intellect of the intelligent. I am the intelligence in the intelligent ones. Tejasvinam Tejahaham. I am the valiance in the valiant ones. Balavatam cha Kamaraga Vivrjitam Balamaham. I am the power without the blemish of passion and desire in the powerful ones. Bharatarshaba, hey Arjuna, the praiseworthy of Bharatavamsha, that's a Bharatarshaba, means that Arjuna, you are one of the great people in the line of Bharata. Bhuteshu dharma viruddho kamaha asmi. I am the love that is not opposed to dharma in beings. That means like love between husband and wife, which is legally fine and dharmically fine. Ete sarve vilakshanaha bhavaha mattayeva utpannaha. So all these came from me. They are products of me. Macheshabhutaha, subservient to me. Macharirataya mayeva avastitaha. They are like my body, and they are established in me. Ataha tat prakaraha ahameva avastitaha. In these forms, I myself exist. So Samanadhikaranya means that is, I am the rasa, I am this, I am that. This is actually Samanadhikaranya means this is how the sentences in Sanskrit are explained. That is, what does it mean? I am the rasa. That means how can he be also all other things? So here some clarification is given. It is not metaphorical. Metaphorical usage is like Raja Rashtram. Raja Rashtram means Rashtra means kingdom. King is the kingdom. Some people say king is the kingdom means the king is so powerful that he pretty much we can equate the entire kingdom to the king itself. So that is just metaphorical. So that is not the intent of Ramanuja Bhashya here. Ramanujacharya says he really means that he is the rasa, means there is nothing in rasa without him. It is not aropa, it is not superimposition, saying that okay, rasa or taste is superimposed on Nirguna Brahman or something like that. That is not what is intended according to Ramanujacharya. So the thing is, it is every word, every equivalence between Krishna and the rest are actual truths. So that is the primary sense in which Ramanujacharya takes all this Rasoham Apsu and everything in the primary sense. So by this ete, that is, it is made clear that all things other than Paramatman cannot act by themselves. That is made clear. So they are completely dependent. Even Madhvacharya says they are all dependent. But Madhvacharya does not exist that they came from Paramatma. Cause is also Paramatma. Cause of everything is Paramatma. So the word survey, it is made clear that any creation done by Brahma, Rudra and others are due to the Paramatman who has Brahma and others has his body. So some creations can be done by Brahma and Rudra, but they are all creations of Atma or Paramatma. So they are under the control of Paramatman, who is the inner self of all, or the Antaryami. So, aham krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralayasthatha. It was already said earlier that I am the origin and place of dissolution for everything in this universe. So, vilakshanaha bhavaha, we need to understand what are the distinct entities. So, see, when Gita says vilakshanaha means distinct, pure, that is this rasa and tejas and all these qualities like taste and light and all, they are different from the other attributes like rajas, tamo and gunas. The gunas are like passion, ignorance. Those will be discussed later. So in the 10.5, that is 10th chapter, 5th shloka, it says, Bhavanti bhava bhutanam mateva pratagvidaha. Everything comes from me. All distinct varieties arise from me alone. Matta eva. Only I am the cause of everything. So here there is a Brahma Sutra quoted here, known as Na Vilakshanatvadasya, Brahma Sutra 2.1.4. Sankhya people who are also Vedikas, uh, um, question some aspects. How can something so distinctly different come from Paramatma? Look at that stone or something. Stone doesn't even have, we don't know whether stone has any consciousness. Stone is mute, insentient. How can that come from powerful consciousness that is Paramatma? So they ask these kind of questions. The objection is the world is filled with imperfection, suffering, and Prakriti made of what do you call? And the perfect, that is imperfect world, or the Prakriti made of three gunas, cannot originate from the perfect, blissful, defectless Paramatman, God in short. Why? Because an effect usually resembles its cause. That is, a mango seeds grows into a mango tree. So mango tree is the effect. So mango tree has pretty much the characteristics which come out of mango seed. Any questions? Okay. Mute yourself if you don't have any questions. So Ramanujacharya says, through ete sarve vilakshanaha bhavaha mattayeva utpannaha. All these different, very distinctly different entities and characteristics come straight from me. Matta eva bhavanti bhutanam. This is what I have mentioned it again. So Paramatman does create the world, but it exists as his body or mode, not as identical substance. Its distinctness doesn't preclude its origin from him. So the Bheda or distinctness is mentioned in Ramanuja Bhashya in any of this creation. In the created state, there is distinction. Before creation, there is one. So there are some analogies given here. Purusha Sukta has a statement, Brahmano osya mukhavasi. Brahman was the face of Brahman, face of Purusha. Here, what does it mean Brahman was the face? Basically, Brahman came out of, that is, Brahman was caused by the Paramatma. All the different races were created from Paramatma, whether it is Brahmin or whether it is any other race, or it's not exactly race. Race is the wrong word. Varna. The Varna is all created by Paramatma. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha. The four classes was created by Lord Himself based on gunas and karmas, based on nature and activity. So this is creation is the main thing. So the Samanadikaranya is cause-effect kind of Samanadikaranya. That even though they are mentioned as Brahmin is the face, that means Brahmin was caused by Paramatma. Here, Bhashya Mayyeva Avastitaha indicates that the cause of coordination which ensues in guna, jati, sharira, etc. told here is apratak siddhi. Mayyeva Avastita means they cannot exist without me. They have to exist with me. That means uh, the cause and what comes out of the cause is guna is attribute, jati is species, and sharira is body. All these things are apratak siddhi means they cannot exist without Paramatma. It is it is a one-sided apratak siddhi. It is not the other way around. Paramatma cannot exist without matter or something. That is not what is meant here. It is one-sided. Matter, everything which comes out of Paramatma cannot exist without Paramatma. That is the aspect of everything being inseparably associated with Paramatman. They are in me only means they are inseparably associated with me. Next is they talks about in the same verse. Prabha is talk. Prabha is light. So Prabha is explained in the Vishishta-Advaita as a special substance which has brightness, which spreads, and which is different from the origin substance, which is the ashraya or the resort, like how the bulb and the light luminance, the light bulb and luminance. They are two different things. Sun is different from sunshine, right? In that sense, Prabha Prabhavat, that is luminance and um, luminance and the source of light. Source of light is a substance. Even Prabha or the light rays are also substance, which is having Prabhavat as its ashraya. So the light rays are issued from the source of light. Sun and moon are being the most useful to world due to their brightness, and so Prabha is their prominent characteristic. So I am the prominent characteristic in sun and moon. I am the light in the sun and moon. The next one talks about Pranava Sarvavedeshu. Pranava means Omkara. Sarvavedeshu. In all the Vedas, the Pranava is the prominent one. And that is so that I am the prominent one in the Vedas. What exactly does it mean? It is the bija for all Vedas. Bija means there's a seed of all Vedas. When we say seed, that means a yogi with just dhyana or meditation on pranava, he can unearth, he can understand all the details of the Vedas by just focusing on one note, that is pranava. So that is why the Gayatri mantra and all the other things, which are all explanation. Vyahriti means it separates out and it shows more. Sapta Vyahriti, they talk about uh, seven expansions. The whole, so from the pranava word, the whole of the Vedas can be understood because it expands. like almost the fractal. In the fractal, you see the original small thing, which becomes the entire different creation, right? Like that. Paurusham Purushasya Bhavaha. Some people, Paurusham means that they are the generating, what do you call, power of generation, or activity, or capability, or anything like that. All these things are belongs to Brahman only. That is Krishna. Punyogandaha Prithivyam cha. Punyogandaha means that is the fragrance, the beautiful fragrance of Prithvi, matter. Tejas chasmi vibhava. So I am the burning power of the fire. Jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. That means I am the prana, or the breath of every being, and the penance in the ascetic. Bhuta means embodied souls, that which has a jivatma. That is known as every being, every living being. So Sarva also includes, starting from Brahma, everybody, from the creator and onwards. Everybody is a living being, and he is the breath, or he makes them live. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. That is 710. I am the seed of everybody. The seed also indicates upadana swabhava, that means the material cost of all creation. So I am responsible for all moving and non-moving beings. That's what Krishna says. Buddhi means, adhyavasaya means determining power, or just knowledge. So the firm determination or mere knowledge is buddhi. Tejaha means parabhibhava samarthyam. The valiant ones can unnerve their enemies by their mere presence. The capability to subdue others. Or anabhibhavaniyatva, being unshaken by anything. That means the person with tejas, or capable, valiant one, he is not shaken by anything. Balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam. I am the uh, strength in the strong people, but uh, I'm not the strength which is controlled or swayed or dominated by passion and desire, because passion and desire can cause harm to others, suffering to others. I am not that, but I am also, I am the desire in beings which is not opposed to dharma. That's what he says. I will tell you a small problem here, but will talk about it in a few minutes. So in all beings, that is, whether it is devatas or human beings, um, I am the desire, and that is like a dharmic desire, that is allowed desire, where it is like love of a husband towards wife, or something like that, or spouse, between spouses. So question comes up in the Rudra. Rudra is a very famous Vedic hymn. They call it Namaka or Chamaka. Both of them are there. In that, there is a term which is Namo Vanchate Parivanchate Sthayunam Pataye Namo. Salutations to him who deceives, who thoroughly deceives, to the Lord of thieves, and who hide their acts. That is Namo Nishangina Ishudhimate Taskaranam Pataye Namo. Taskara means the robbers. Salutations to him who carries a quiver, who has arrows, to the Lord of the robbers who take and rob openly in daylight. So, what does this mean? In one part, Krishna says, "Dharma aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava." I am the desire in people which is not against dharma. In the Shastras, in the Rudras, basically it talks about the powers of the divine. Here, the Rudra means not just the Rudra Devata. Rudra directly refers to Brahman or Paramatma. The word Rudra means, Rudra has different meanings. In this, in a generic meaning or in an in-depth meaning, the word Rudra means Ruk Dravayati iti Rudraha. That is the person who cures all diseases. So that refers directly to Narayana or the Parabrahma or Paramatma or whatever. So there is no difference. That is why in the Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, Rudra is the name of Vishnu also. Rudro Bahushiro, Rudro Bahushiro, Vabruhu, it is there, right? Sahasranama. So the name of the same entity, Parabrahman, is also Rudra. So when you say things like, he is also a thief or he is the head of all thieves, lord of all robbers, what does it mean? So whether it is good or bad, dharmic or adharmic, finally everything is Paramatma only. He exists in different forms. That is where, that is exactly why the next shloka 7.12 says, Echaiva satvika bhavaha rajasaha tamasascha e matta eveti tan vidhi natvaham teshute mayi. He says, regarding the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas, he says, all those feelings known as sattvic, pure, rajasic, passionate, and tamasic, ignorant, know that all of them are caused by me, but I am not dependent on them. Rather, they depend on me. So everything which has these three gunas, sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic, everything arises from me, but I am not dependent on the gunas. I am the ruler of the gunas, but they are dependent on me because they cannot exist without me. So sattvic bhavas are like praharsha, joy, love, affection, happiness, all ananda, all this comfort, sukha, calm mind, sashanta chittata, that means calm mind. All these things are sattvic bhavas. And the rajasic bhavas are passion, are explained in dissatisfaction, atushtihi, repentance. That's also paritapascha. Repentance also is passionate, something passion related. Anger is also passion or rajaguna. Confusion is moha or delusion. Intolerance, akshama. There's also rajas. As per Mahabharata, moksha dharma. So tamasic means lack of discrimination of knowledge, aviveka. That means doesn't know what is right or wrong. Confusion, excessive passion, tatha moha. Excessive passion is actually moha, delusion. Excessive delusion is actually tamoguna. Accidental mistakes which happen, that's also tamoguna, known as pramada. And dreaming, swapna tandrita, laziness, all these things are, according to Mahabharata, they are only tamasic aspects. Form of existence beyond just feelings. This applies to everything existing in this world as bodies, dehatvena, as what do you call, as senses, indriyatvena, as objects, enjoyment, as bhogyatvena, as causes for their respective phenomenon, tat hetutvena. This includes even the state of samashti or cosmic totality. All these, whether they're senses or objects of enjoyment, everything is caused by only Paramatma, and they are forms of existence of Brahman, the one person. Right? Everything is his body. That is why in the Sahasranama, it starts with Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Vishwam is universe. The whole universe is only Vishnu only. That is the main person. Exclusive causation, avadharana. The avadharana is matta eva, from me alone. Why does it say? It signifies that the Lord is the sole intelligent, efficient, and material cause. So there is no separate material cause of the entire universe. This refutes any theory suggesting multiple efficient causes or independent creative powers and all. They abide in me as my body, macharirataya, mayeva avastitaha iticha. So all these clarify the relationship between Brahman and the rest. That is the Sharira Shariri Bhava or body soul relationship. And this is supported right in the Antaryami Brahmana, Yasya Prathivi Shariram, Yasya Atma Shariram. These are mentioned in the Upanishads. All entities, sentient and the insentient, gross and subtle, being the body of Paramatma, are entirely under his control. So there are also inseparable attributes apurtak siddhihi. The so um, the samana adhikaranya or rasoham apso, I am the rasa in waters. They are all justified by the body soul relationship. All objects as his body exist as inseparable attributes to him, and he controls everything in this universe. And body is always under his complete command, as explained by the statement Matta Eva in the original verse. Uh, but I am not in them. I don't depend on anything else. Not in them means it. What do you call? See, it does not contradict the antaryamitva. The antaryami means he exists inside everything. So if we say I am not in nateshu, natu aham teshu means what it means is I am not dependent on them. Na aham kadachidapi tadayat sthiti. I am never dependent on anything else. So, but jivatmas on contrast depend, whose existence is often supported or influenced by their physical bodies. So even the bodies, jivatmas don't control the bodies completely, right? Because a sick body, how can they repair a sick body, right? They are struggling. So that is not the way should be taken. The body serves some use to the self, like facilitating experience. Paramatma's absolute freedom, for Paramatma, there is no such dependence or need for benefit from his creation. Mama tu taihi na kaschit tata vidha upakaraham. So the universe does not give me anything in return, but I sustain everything. So now comes the major question here. So what is the purpose of this universe? Why is there any creation? It is merely a sport, lila, or the play, divine play of the Lord. There is no benefit for Paramatma uh, by creation. Kevala lila eva prayojanam. This is only just a sport. This aligns with the Brahma Sutras, Lokavattu Lila Kaivalyam. It is mere sport like that of the world, affirming that creation is simply God's divine play. Then a question comes up, oh, why is Leela means in Kannada they say um, uh, what do you call Bekkige Challata, Ilige Prana Sankata. They say that means cat is having fun playing around, but the mice are running for their lives because of fear. So human beings and so many living beings are all in fear, running around for survival, and they are subject to so many difficulties here. So what does this mean? The play, what is this lila? And well, to avoid the problem of this lila, the lila means he is enjoying while all others are caught in this mess. Maya theory is proposed. Maya theory means all this is just illusion. You're thinking all these things exist. Nothing exists. Everything is an illusion. Pain is an illusion too. So that is known as the Maya theory. So these are the two theories. Is the Leela theory better or Maya theory better? This is what a question comes up. But in the sutras, the Maya theory is not mentioned in the sutras. Clearly the Vyasa says Lokavattu Lila Kaivalyam. So this universe is a play of God only. That's interesting. But how would you know, just because I said something, are you happy now? Did you solve the problem of cat having the fun and mice running for their lives? This is not solvable. But you will know the true greatness of the divine play of the Lord only when you realize truth. That is what I told you many, many, many times. Many things are not answerable. Why this universe? Why is God playing while others are suffering? All these are not at all answerable. But how do you find if it is not answerable, is there any truth to it? Why does the Brahma Sutras boldly declare that the universe is the play of God? That means you or anybody have to realize it. Vidyate hridaya grantihi. So all the knots of the heart are broken. Chidyante sarva samshayaha. All doubts are cleared. Kshiyante asya karmani. All the sins or papas they all will get burnt. Tasmin drishte paravare. When will this happen? When a person realizes God. So God realization, self realization, people call it in different ways, but He is the self and He is the God. He is Paramatma. So, knowing Him and realizing Him is the only way out. Once you realize, all the all the locks are unlocked, all knowledge is clear, and for that person, there is no unhappiness or even doubts regarding why creation is there. With this, I'm going to end this class. You're open to ask any questions, comments. You're welcome. What time is it now? It's 8:04. We probably had a short class of 45 minutes only, maybe less than 45 minutes, 40 minutes only. But now I'm open to questions because the next verse has a slightly different change of subject. So that is why in the 7th chapter, I want to take that up separately. Any questions? Was it clear?
Yeah, I have a question. Can I ask the question, please?
Sure, go ahead.
As I understand, I mean, I have missed the first quarter of the class. As I understand, it's a play of the Lord. The play means it's a sport of the Brahman. And you also, what I understood from what you explained is, the Brahman has nothing to benefit from the sport. Okay? Then, and you also said that it's like we are running for survival. And it's like, we see a matador with a bull, and
Yes,
the spectators are enjoying it. So
correct.
in the same way, if God is God enjoying the troubles that we are going through?
See, it is not in that way. He enjoys everything, whether it is trouble or whether it is happiness or everything. He is always joyful. Okay, the universe is an expansion of his pleasure. It is. He does not derive pleasure from looking at making fun of us or like watching somebody watching a bullfight. No, but the thing is, this whole bullfight and everything which is happening in this universe, everything is an expression of his own joy. It is like little kids playing. Play is just the nature of little kids. They just play. So Brahman's nature is to play. That's all. And it's a good question because kids you see on the kids on the near the ocean or the beach, they build huge like a fort or like hills or something like that. They make from sand,
Castles with the sand, yeah.
and suddenly they break it up, right? Do you find fault with the kid? You don't find fault with the kid. That is the nature of kids. Similarly, you cannot find fault with creation because it is nature of Brahman. But who will find the beauty of creation? Who will find the greatness of creation, the glory of creation, and the creator? is the one who realizes, like our Alvars or Nayanmars or whoever, they have realized Brahman, right, in different forms. They know that they will not find any fault with creation because they don't see any fault with creation. That is the glory of the Lord itself. It's hard to figure it out from this state of bondage. We are already in bondage. In this state, we cannot realize it. Only when you elevate yourself to a realized person, like Alvar, like Nammalvar says, did you create all these things to be praised by this ordinary person with saliva, ordinary mouth of mine? He says, because he actually goes through a transformation of realization of who that Paramatma is. He couldn't find it till now. Suddenly he sees Krishna in his all his glory, and he realizes that. And he says that, okay, I needed this body, and that too it is that too this with this transient body which is subject to illness, problems, old age, death, all these things. Oh, I needed all these things to only realize the Brahman hiding here, and the greatness, the ananda or the bliss of Brahman. So without this impermanent, sorrowful universe, what do you call? I couldn't have got that. So God gave me this body and this life to realize Brahman. That is what the great seers have realized. Till so, the thing is, this is very clear. You have to find a way out. And sadhana, do sadhana. The Swami Shivananda has a wonderful song on that. You can find it on the YouTube, right? So there is nothing that is where Karma Yoga is a yoga shastra. You have to figure out a way out. Otherwise, no answers will be available to you by just rational thinking and things like that. That is why life itself is not a theory. Shravana Manana is only one part. Thinking and contemplating is listening to scriptures and contemplating is only step one. Then comes some kind of real sadhana or nididhyasana. Hope I have answered you.
Yeah, so that means the cat and the mouse fight is somewhat like a test for us to attain salvation.
Yes, in a way, yes. It is something, what do you call, then you basically have to focus on methods to realize. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
And only then you will understand that the cat and mouse is not as cruel as it looks.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Then, any other questions? If not, we will end the class here. अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत् परम गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत् सर्व गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंह परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री लक्ष्मी हायवदन परब्रह्मणे नमः सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु.